Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Kindly, if you are new in my channel, take 1 or 2 seconds, subscribe to this channel, watch the video, also put on the notification button so that if we upload video on driving, YouTube will automatically notifies you. And for the returning subscribers, thank you for your continued support. This channel is a new channel, but I started it back sometimes back. I want us to proceed, and today in our today's lesson we are going to look on the model town board, and on the model town board we are going to look on the secrets about the model town board and what examiners don't tell you about the model town board. If you are doing driving, know that driving is divided into 2 groups. Driving is divided into 2 groups. The first group of driving is theory, and the second group of driving we have practicals. Driving, we have divided it into 2 groups. The first group we have theory, and number 2 we have practicals. According to NTSA rules and regulations concerning driving, driving lessons or driving has changed from this year. In our previous years, we were doing theory, then we go to practicals. And theory, we were doing 3 questions in theory. And the first question we were doing was oral or written. We were doing oral questions. After oral questions or general questions or random questions, we were proceeding to model town board. Then after model town board, we were proceeding to road signs. Then after road signs, we were going to practicals. And these questions were procedural. You must start with oral question. If you pass oral question, you will proceed to practicals. But if you fail oral question, you will not proceed to practicals and you will not proceed with the exams. So for you to pass NTSA, you need to start with oral questions in theory. After passing oral question, in oral question, you can be asked 3 or 2 or 1 question. If you get it correct, you will proceed to the second question. And the second question here, you are going to be taken to model town board. And model town board, you'll be asked 2 or 1 question. And if you pass also model town board question, you will proceed with the third question, and that is road signs. You must mention or you must answer road signs correct for you to proceed with the second category or the second thing. After passing theory, the 3 questions that I've said, you will proceed to practicals. And in practicals, also you must pass. And in practicals, you are going to do practical. For example, if you are doing automatic car, you are going to be tested on automatic car. But if you are doing a manual car, you are going to be tested on manual car. So make sure you are ready with the type of vehicle that you are driving. And the next thing you should know is about automatic. The difference between manual and automatic car is the gear. Manual car, one has 3 pedals. That is the first difference. Manual car has 3 pedals. We have clutch, we have brake, and we have accelerator. But automatic car has 2 pedals. That is brake and accelerator. But today we are not going to talk about the automatic car and the manual car. That is, it will be our class for the next time. Today what we want to look is model town board and the secrets and everything about the model town board. The first thing you should know about model town board, Model town board is an example of roads that we have in our towns. Definition of model town board, if you are asked in exams, define what is a model town board. You will say it is an example of roads or a representation of roads that we have in our towns. After defining a model town board, next thing after definition you should know is about the rules of model town board. And rules of model town board is three. And we have the basic rule and other rules. The basic rule is the first rule of the model town board. And the first rule of model town board is use the shortest and the most correct route without using parking. Use the shortest and the most correct route without using parking. The second rule of model town board is use the longest and the most correct route without using parking. Use the longest and the most correct route without using parking. Then the third rule is use parking as your last option. If you are in exams and you have been asked a question about rules of model town board, you should start with the first rule, shortest and most correct route without using parking. If you are given a question on model town board to answer, you must use the shortest and the most correct route without using parking. If there is no shortest route, you can use the longest route, and the longest route, you must use it without using parking also. If there is no longest route, you can use the third route, and the third route is parking as your last option. Make sure you know the three rules of model town board, because these rules are also being asked on oral questions and also in written exams. And another thing after knowing the rules of model town board is about the rule of roads in Kenya today. You can be asked also name or define or what is the rule of roads in Kenya today. The rule of roads in Kenya today is always keep left unless overtaking. Make sure anytime when you are driving, make sure you keep left. You drive on the left hand side. If you want to overtake, you overtake from right. You indicate or you signal right side, then you increase the speed after you confirm the side mirrors and everything, rear mirror, and you have confirmed there is no any vehicle that is coming in front. You indicate, then after indicating, you overtake the vehicle that is in front of your vehicle. Make sure when you want to overtake, you ensure that the road is clear. There is no vehicle that is on the right. Then after the rule of roads and rules of model town board, the next thing you should know is the features of model town board. And here on the features, here is where examiners always confuses students. And here we also have secrets that you should know as far as the features of model town board is concerned. The features of model town board, we want to look on them one by one from number one up to the last number. The first feature of model town board, we have roundabout. We are going to look roundabout in details. The first thing we are going to look on the roundabout is definition. After we have defined the roundabout, two, we are going to look on the function of roundabout. Three, we are going to look on the rules of roundabout. Number four, we are going to look on the types. Before types, parts, we are going to look on the parts of roundabout. And lastly, we are going to look on the mistakes people make when approaching the roundabout. These are the most tricky part of NTSA written exam in NTSA exams. If you want to pass your NTSA exams for the first time and get your driving license, make sure you study roundabout well, and you know the definition, you know the function, you know the rules, you know the parts, and you know also the mistakes the mistakes people make when approaching the roundabout. We want to start with the definition, and the definition of roundabout. Roundabout is a junction where more than two roads meet at a point. It is a junction where more than two roads meet at a point. That is the definition of roundabout. After knowing the definition of roundabout, the second thing is the function of roundabout. And roundabout has only one function. The function of roundabout is to facilitate or to allow the free movement of vehicles from different or all directions. It is used to facilitate free movement of vehicles from different or from all directions. Then number 3, we are going to look on the rules of roundabout. And the rules of roundabout are 6 in number. The first one, and all of them must start with no. The first one is no overtaking. We have no changing lanes. We have no overspeeding, no reversing, no parking, no stopping, and no waiting. Those are the rules of roundabout. You must start with no parking, no waiting, no reversing, no overtaking, no overspeeding, and no changing lane. Apart from the rules of roundabout, next thing is the parts of the roundabout. Roundabout is divided into 3 parts. The first part we have is the traffic island, and traffic island is also known as the green island. Traffic island is the first part of the roundabout. It is the middle part of the roundabout. It is known as traffic island or the green island. The second part of roundabout is known as the innermost lane or lane 4. Innermost lane in bracket lane 4. And the third part of roundabout is known as the space lanes. And the space lane, we have lane 3, we have lane 2, and we have lane 1. Those are the 3 main parts or major parts of roundabout. Apart from knowing the parts of roundabout, you can be asked about the traffic island or the green island. Give more details about the green island or traffic island. Traffic island has function, and the first function, it is used for advertisement. 2, it is used for beautification. And number 3, you can also find the traffic light signals on the traffic island. Those are the 3 main functions of the traffic island or the green island. Apart from those ones, also can be asked, name 2 examples of space lanes. Examples of space lanes, we have said lane 1, we have lane 2, and lane 3. Next thing, you can be asked 3 parts of roundabout. Those ones we have said traffic island, space lane, and the innermost lane. Most of the time, this answer you are giving should be procedural. If you start with the innermost or if you start with the space lane, it will depend. But some examiners always need your answer in a procedural manner. If you start with traffic island, the second one is innermost, and the third one is space lanes. Or you can start with space lane, then next innermost lane, then lastly we have the traffic island or the green island. Apart from parts of roundabout, lastly about the first feature of Model Town Board, and that is roundabout, we are going to look on the mistakes made or common mistakes people make when approaching the roundabout. The common mistakes that people make when they are approaching the roundabout. The first common mistake people make when approaching the roundabout, the first one is approaching the roundabout from the wrong lane. Approaching the roundabout from the wrong lane. 2 is leaving the roundabout from the wrong lane. 3 is observing traffic lights from the wrong direction. And lastly is changing lane when approaching the roundabout. Those are the 4 common mistakes people make or drivers make when they are approaching the roundabout. Apart from the common mistakes people make when approaching the roundabout, you can be asked also about the roundabout, the biggest roundabout in the world or in Africa. The types of roundabout also, you should know them. But the types and the biggest and more explanation about the roundabout, we will talk about them in our next class. Today, you just need to know the definition, the function, the rules, the parts, and the mistakes people make when they are approaching the roundabout. That is the first feature of model townboard. And if you have any question, you can just post it on our comment section so that we can answer your question. The second thing we want to talk about, feature number 2, is greenfield. And greenfield is among the features of model townboard. Greenfield has only one function. In exams, in NTSA exams, you will be asked name one function of the greenfield. The greenfield, it is used for expansion of roads. Majorly, when I'm on the model townboard, I'm in major roads. Major roads, we know, has 4 lanes, and minor roads has 3 lanes. For example, I'm on major road, I want to move to minor road. Lane 1 has 2 options. The first option, you go straight in lane 1, and the second option, you turn on your left in lane 1. Lane 2 of major road has only one option of going straight. Lane 3 of major road also has 2 options. The first option is to go straight on lane 3 of major road, and the second option, you turn 90 degrees or you turn to the right in lane 3. But if you are coming from lane 3 of major road and you are turning on minor road, we use greenfield to expand the roads. We create an imaginary lane from the greenfield so that we can balance the lanes. You will be asked why, when you are coming from major road to minor road, you must expand the roads or you must create an imaginary lane using the greenfield. You are creating the imaginary lane or you are expanding roads so that you can balance the lanes of major road and the lanes of minor road so that they can be 4-4. So the greenfield, it is used for expansion of the roads. Then the third feature of model townboard is known as the yellow cabs. And the yellow cabs has 3 rules. You should know the rules of yellow cabs. Yellow cabs has 3 rules. The first rule is no parking. The second rule is no waiting. And the third one is no stopping. When you are driving and you are approaching a yellow cab, or you see a yellow cab on the road, make sure you should not park on the yellow cab, stop, or waiting. Yellow cabs on model townboard, they are mostly found on the green field. They are found on the green field, and you should not park on the yellow cabs. You can use green field to park, but on yellow cabs, do not park or do not mount your vehicle or your car on the green field, on the yellow cabs. Then the fourth feature of model townboard is stop sign. And stop sign has another name. Another name of stop sign is also known as hold. Hold sign. And hold sign is HOLD. Stop sign or the hold sign. You will be asked questions about stop sign and another feature. We are going to look on their functions, but these 2 signs, we must know them in details. Another feature is the give way sign. Feature number 4, we have said stop or hold. Feature number 5 is give way or yield sign. Give way or yield sign and stop sign, these are the two major road signs in Kenya. And you will be asked, give one reason why stop and give way signs are referred to as major road signs, or why stop and give way sign are referred to as major road signs. Give two reasons. You should know why stop and give way signs are known as major road signs. Stop sign, first, its function is to stop for both oncoming vehicles and pedestrians. If you are asked what is the function of stop sign, you will say it is used to stop for both oncoming vehicles or pedestrians. Give way sign, we give way oncoming vehicles from right direction. Stop, you stop completely. You come to a complete stop where there is stop sign. And stop signs are mostly found on pedestrian crossing or at junctions. You must stop for pedestrians and you must also stop for other vehicles to give them way. Vehicles that are on the right side or vehicles that have the right of way. You must stop for them to pass. After then, you can proceed. Stop sign, they fall under regulatory signs, and regulatory signs are under class A signs. We will look on the road signs, but now know that stop and give way sign, they fall under class A signs. Class A signs are regulatory signs, and regulatory signs are divided into three categories. The first one is this one, priority or major. And here we have stop and give way sign. You'll be asked, give two reasons why stop and give way signs are referred to as major road signs. The main reason why stop and give way signs are referred to as major road signs. The first reason, because they are found everywhere or all over. They are found everywhere, stroke, they are found all over. Two, they are referred to as major road signs because they are found all over. We have said they are found everywhere, stroke, all over. And two, the main reason they are referred to as major road signs is because they are commonly used. They are most used, or they are used most regularly. That is the reason why they are referred to as major road sign. Another question here that will be asked by examiner also about these two signs. Why, or you'll be asked, give another name of stop sign that we have said, hold, give way, it is yield. Another question, what is the shape of stop sign? The shape of stop sign is known as octagon, and octagon is an eight-sided figure. The shape of stop sign is an octagon, while the shape of give way sign is yield triangle or inverted triangle. It is triangle but is inverted one. Know the stop signs and give way signs so that if you go to exams, if examiners ask you a question about stop or give way sign, make sure you can answer that question comfortably. Then another thing or another feature number 6 is one-way traffic roads. One-way traffic roads. And another name of one-way traffic roads is also known as the dual carriageway. Dual carriageway. Then feature number 7 is a two-way traffic roads. Two-way traffic. And another name of two-way traffic is also known as single carriageway. It is known as single carriageway. One-way traffic or dual carriageway and two-way traffic or single carriageway. These are the two types of roads that we have in the world or in Kenya. Here also you can be asked, name two types of roads we have in Kenya or in the world, or in the nation. The two types of roads we have, one-way and two-way. But one-way traffic is also divided into two categories. And the categories of one-way traffic, we have number one, major roads. The first category is known as major roads, and the second category is known as minor roads. These are the two categories of one-way traffic roads. They are divided into major and minor roads. Major roads has 4 lanes. If you want to differentiate between major and minor, major road has 4 lanes, but minor road has 3 lanes. One-way traffic road is a road where all traffic vehicles moves in the same direction, or they move in one direction. But a two-way traffic road is a road where vehicles are moving in opposite or different direction. A good example of a one-way traffic road, we have Thika Road, we have Mombasa Road, we have Jogo Road, and any other road that vehicles, Langata Road also is a one-way traffic road. The vehicles are moving towards the one direction or in one side. And one-way traffic road, we have divided it into two parts. The first part and the second part, or the first side and the second side. And one-way traffic road, we divide it using another feature that is known as pavement or central reserve. Pavement or central reserve, it is used to separate or to divide major roads and minor roads. The first 4 lanes from this side, we have lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, and lane 4. These vehicles are moving downwards. Then another lanes from another side, we have lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, and lane 4. This is the second side or the second part. In between, we have divided it with traffic island or pavement. And that is another feature of model town board. We'll be asked, what is the function of traffic island or pavements? It is used to separate or to divide major roads and minor roads. But two-way traffic road, it is a road where vehicles move in same direction. I mean, two-way traffic road is a road where vehicles move in opposite or different direction. And a two-way traffic road, we use double lane, or we use yellow line or white line to separate this side from another side. If you are on a two-way traffic road and you see a yellow continuous or a yellow broken lane, you know, in a yellow continuous lane or a yellow broken lane, there is parts where you can overtake. Like when you are on a broken lane, whether it is white or yellow, you can change lane and you can overtake. But if you are on continuous lane, no changing lane and no overtaking. Make sure you know that. And another feature after pavement, we have after pavement, we have parking. And parking, it is a safe place where vehicles are parked for security. It is a safe place where we park our vehicles for security or safety. And parking also, we have two types. We have angle and we have flash. We will discuss about them in the next lesson. Apart from parking, next feature on model town board we have is pedestrian crossing. And pedestrian crossing is also known as zebra crossing. Pedestrian crossing or zebra crossing is a safe road where pedestrians cross to the other side of the road. When you are driving and you see a pedestrian near pedestrian crossing waiting for vehicles to pass, you should stop for pedestrians. But if there is no pedestrians and you are approaching the pedestrian crossing, make sure you slow down. Then after slowing down, you check if there is any pedestrian around. If there is no any pedestrian, you pass the pedestrian crossing or you cross, then you increase speed and you go. Another feature apart from zebra crossing or pedestrian crossing, and also another thing you should know about pedestrian crossing, in one-way traffic roads, we don't have pedestrian crossing. In one-way traffic roads, all pedestrians cross this side to another side of the road using the flyover or pedestrian footbridge. You should cross the road in one-way traffic road using the footbridge. In any case, if you have been hit by a vehicle in a one-way traffic roads and there was a footbridge, the person who has the mistake mostly is the pedestrian, not the driver, because the footbridge is where you can cross safely without being hooted on with another vehicle or without being hit by any vehicle. So if you are a pedestrian, make sure you cross roads or you cross the road on a pedestrian crossing or you use footbridge to cross the road to another side of the road. Another feature apart from pedestrian crossing, number 11, we have white continuous lanes. And white continuous lane, they are mostly found on a one-way traffic roads. White continuous lane has two rules. The first rule is no changing lane, and the second rule is no overtaking. If you are driving your vehicle and you are approaching or you are on a white continuous lane, know that you are not supposed to change lane and you are not supposed to overtake any vehicle even if the road is clear. But besides it, we have white broken lanes. If you are on a white broken lane, you have right to overtake and you have right to change lane if the road is clear. And the next feature is number 12. We have yellow continuous lanes. And yellow continuous lane is found on a two-way traffic road or a single carriageway. A yellow continuous lane has one rule: no overtaking, and it is strictly no overtaking. But besides it also, or before, or also on the road, we have a yellow broken lane. And if you are driving and you see, or you are on a yellow broken lane, know that you can overtake if the road is clear. You are not allowed to overtake on a yellow broken lanes if the road is not clear. But if the road is clear, make sure you can overtake on a yellow broken lane. And the last feature of model Tambo number 13, we have traffic island or the green island. Traffic island or green island, it is the middle part of the roundabout and it has three functions. The first one, it is used for advertisement. We use the traffic island to advertise either the parts or the spare parts of the vehicle or the vehicle itself can be advertised in or on the traffic island. Two, the second thing or the second function of traffic island, it is used for beautification. If you saw a flower, beautiful, or some stones are painted and are arranged on the traffic island, that is beautification. And lastly, traffic island, it is used in communication. In which way? If you find a traffic island or if you find traffic lights on the traffic island, it means it communicates because traffic island or traffic light signals, they are used to communicate in three ways. Either they have three lights. We have red, we have amber, and we have green traffic light signal. If it is red, it means stop. Amber, get ready. Then green, you can proceed if the road is clear. Those are the main parts or the features of the model Tambol. You should know those features one by one with their functions and also with some of them with their descriptions. Make sure you know the features of model Tambol one by one. After knowing the features of model town board, we still want to discuss the model town board in details. Some things or things, the main things that you should know, the secrets that examiners don't tell you about the model town board, and how you should answer the model town board questions so that you can proceed with another thing in driving. Remember, nowadays, if you fail theory, you don't proceed to practicals. But if you pass theory, you will proceed to practicals. Theory, you have 3 questions. Sometimes you cannot be asked 3 questions. You'll find in a theory, you'll be given a written paper, then you are given questions 1 to 30 or 1 to 50 or 1 to 40. You are required to answer the questions correctly. Then after that, you submit your papers or you collect your papers. They are marked. After marking, the results are given out. If you pass, you proceed the next thing. If you fail, you go home or you go back to your driving school. You wait for 7 days or 1 week. After 1 week, you rebook another test, then you go back again to NTSA. In driving theory, if you are not tested on model town board itself, you can be tested or it can be tested on the paper. You will be given a paper with questions, and mostly you are going to be given a multiple choice exam. A multiple choice exams means you will be given choices to choose. You are asked a question, read the question well, you understand, then you choose the correct answer and you write it on the question paper or on the answer sheet. Make sure you choose the correct answer, and instructions are very, very clear. Make sure you know the instructions. If you don't hear instruction from the examiner, make sure you ask him or her to repeat the question. Because if you miss due to failure to understand the question, it will cost you and you will go back to the driving school to do a refresher course, then you will rebook another test. But make sure where you don't understand, where you don't get the question correct, make sure you ask the examiner to repeat the question. Even your instructor, if you are doing your lessons and you have not understood anything, make sure you ask your instructor to repeat the explanation that he has given you and you have not understood it well or you don't hear it properly. Another thing on the model town board, if you are tested on model town board in a written paper, you'll be asked questions. For example, the common question I've seen in model town board, there was a time where people went to exams and they were given choose yes, true or false. And the first question was asking, the second option of lane 2 of major road is to go straight, true or false. So many people did not understand that question, and over 80% failed that question in exams. The question is asking, the second option of lane 2 of major road is to go straight, true or false. If you say true, you are wrong. But if you say false, you are correct. Reason, lane 2, whether it is major or minor, they have only one option. And their option is to go straight. There is no any other option in lane 2 apart from going straight on the model town board or on the roundabout and you exit straight. But the question was asking the second option. Lane 2 has only one option of going straight. We don't have the second option. The question is saying The second option of lane 2 is to go straight. Not true. It is false. Lane 2 has only one option of going straight. If it could be the first option of lane 2 of major road or minor road is to go straight. True or false? Answer is true. Lane 2 has only one option, and the only option in lane 2 is to go straight. There is no any other option in lane 2. So that question was very tricky. If you read the question once and you don't understand, you could have chosen the wrong answer. But if you read the question more than once, twice, or thrice, you can see where there is a mistake and you can choose the correct answer. Make sure you choose the correct answer. Read the question almost twice, thrice, understand the question. After reading, understanding, make sure you answer the correct answer. Another tricky question that I saw on the model town board and on the paper, lane 3, it was about lane 4 of major road. Lane 4 of major road has a 360 degrees turn, a complete 360 degrees turn. True or false? Answer is true. Lane 4, the last option is 360 degrees turn. Complete turn makes 360 degrees. But the first option is 90. The second option is 180 degrees. The third option is 270 degrees. And the fourth option is 360 degrees. Another question that I saw also is give 3 similarities between lane 3 of major road, lane 3 of major road. Give 3 similarities between lane 3 of minor roads and lane 4 of major road. 3 similarities between lane 3 of minor roads and lane 4 of major road. The first thing you should know about these lanes, minor road has how many lanes? 3 lanes. The first lane has 2 options. The second lane has only 1 option. And the third lane has 5 options. The formula of minor road is 215. That's why we are saying lane 1 has 2 options, lane 2 has 1 option, and lane 3 has 5 options. That is minor road. About major road has 4 lanes, and the first lane is lane 1. Lane 1 has 2 options. Lane 2 has 1 option. Lane 3 has 2 options, and lane 4 has 4 options. The formula is 2, 1, 2, then 4. After knowing the formula of major road and minor road, the question we are being asked is about lane 3 of minor and lane 4 of major. If we say lane 3 has 5 options and lane 4 has 4 options, that is not similarity. That is difference between lane 3 and lane 4. The first similarity between these lanes is, let's see the options. Lane 3 bear options. The first 2 is for lane 3. The first option is lane 3 straight, and the second option is lane 3, we turn right. The third option, we start using the innermost lane, and innermost lane is lane 4. We start with 90 degrees angle. The fourth option, we go to 180 degrees angle. And the fifth option, move to 270 degrees angle. So lane 3 of minor road, the first options is for lane 3 straight, and the option 2, you turn right. The last 3, you start innermost 90 degrees, option 3, 180 degrees, option 4, and 270 degrees, option 5. For major road, all options in lane 3. All options in lane 4 of major road, we use innermost lane, and the lowest angle must be 90 degrees. The second one, we go to 180 degrees. The third one, we go to 270 degrees, and the fourth one, we move to 360 degrees. So if you look on the lane 3 of minor road and lane 4 of major road, we are already seeing the differences, lane and the similarities. The differences, lane 4 has 4 options and lane 3 has 5 options. The next difference is some options of lane 3 is using lane 3, but all options in lane 4 is using the innermost lane or lane 4. The first similarity between these lanes, we have 3. The first similarity, we start with lane 4. Lane 4 option 1 is 90 degrees. It's the same as lane 3 option 3, 90 degrees innermost. The next similarity is the second option of lane 4, 180 degrees. Is the same as the fourth option of lane 3, 180 degrees innermost. And the last one is option 3 of lane 4 of major road, is the same as option 5 of lane 3 of minor road. Angle is 270 degrees. The only angle we don't have in minor roads is 360 degrees only. Major road, the highest angle is 360, but minor road, the highest angle is 270 degrees. So in major roads, we go up to 360, but in minor road, we don't have 360. The highest angle is 270 degrees. Apart from knowing those ones, next thing is about the difference between lane 1 and lane 3 of major roads. Lane 1 and lane 3. We have differences and we have similarity, but we want to start with the similarities between lane 1 of major road and lane 3 of major road. The similarities that we have, the first similarity about these two lanes, one option, they both have 2 options. Lane 1 has 2 options and lane 3 has 2 options. The second similarity is they both, their first options in both of them is to go straight. Option 1 of lane 3 is to go straight, but in lane 3, and option 1 of lane 1 is to go straight, but in lane 1. Then the differences is option 2 of lane 1, we turn on left side, and option 2 of lane 3, we turn on the right hand side. Those are the similarities and the differences. Also, we have the similarities between lane 3 of major road and lane 3 of minor road. The similarities between these lanes is their first and second option, their first 2 options. The first option of lane 2 of lane 3 is to go straight and is the same as the first option of lane 3 of minor road. Also, you go straight. So the first similarity is their first 2 options is to go straight and to turn right in lane 3. Then the difference, lane 3 of major road has only 2 options and lane 3 of minor road has up to 5 options. That is the difference. Another thing you should know also, as far as the model tumble is concerned, the tricky model tumbled question and the secrets how to pass those tricky NTSA model tumbled questions. The first thing you should know when you are given a model town board question, you should consider three things. The first thing you should know is understand the question. Understand the question. After understanding the question, make sure you analyze the question. Then the third thing is to answer the question. Don't touch any vehicle before you calculate your option or the route that you want to use. Do not touch any vehicle before you calculate what or which option you want to use. Because if you touch the vehicle on the model town board, then again you left it there, or the question has become difficult, you did not finish the question, you will fail. The examiner will tell you, go back or just leave that question there and leave the room or vacate the room. Make sure you understand the question. After understanding the question, sometimes you can be given a tricky and most tricky question about model town board. You'll be asked, take this car behind another vehicle or take this car in front of another vehicle. If you touch the vehicle and you left it there, or you reverse the vehicle on the model town board, you will fail. First thing, understand the question. After understanding the question, analyze the question. Analyze the question how? Calculate, make sure you check the options, you check the routes, and if the routes are available, make sure you use the 3 rules of model town board. The 3 rules of model town board must be considered. And the first rule of model town board is to use the shortest and the most correct route without using parking. Make sure you choose the shortest and the most correct route without using parking. If there is no shortest route, make sure you use the second rule. And the second rule is use the longest and the most correct route without using parking. If there is no longest, make sure you use parking as the last option. If you use rule number 3 instead of rule number 2 or rule number 1, you will fail. If you use rule number 2 instead of rule number 1, you will fail. Make sure you consider the 3 rules of model town board. After knowing, analyzing, and understanding the question, next thing is to answer the model town board question. When answering the model town board question, be keen of these secrets. First thing you should know, don't attempt to reverse even with small distance. Don't reverse any vehicle on model town board when answering the model town board question. 2, don't lift the vehicle or don't carry the vehicle. After examiner has set you the question or after you are given a question by the examiner, make sure you don't carry those vehicles again, asking him another question or asking questions. Make sure you understand the question. Calculate without moving the vehicle, without carrying it, or without tampering with that question. After you find the route or the answer, make sure you drive the vehicle steadily until the time you get in front or behind that vehicle. The next thing when you are driving, make sure on the roundabout, you follow the rules that we said are for roundabout. Do not overtake, do not change lane, do not approach from the wrong lane, do not reverse, do not overspeed, do not stop on the roundabout. Make sure you use the rules correctly or you follow the rules correctly. The next thing, don't change your hands. When you are driving on model town board, if you start the question with left, use left up to the end. If you are using the right hand, make sure you use the right hand up to the end. If it is left, use the left up to the end. If you change your hands in on the model town board, you will fail, even if you have done everything correct. But the mistake is changing the hands. Do not change your hands on the model town board. Next thing is to stop on highway and roundabout. But roundabout, already have said, stopping on the highway, it is wrong. On model town board, if you want to stop, you have two places where you can stop. One is on the stop sign. Two, where there's giveaway sign. That is one, where there's stop or giveaway sign. Two is a place where you can stop is on pedestrian crossing. Nowhere else you can stop your vehicle resting or thinking. If you are given a question, make sure you understand the question. You calculate. After calculating, you can answer that question correctly. Use the rules of roundabout. Make sure you stand where you are comfortable to drive the vehicle without stopping anywhere where it is not necessary. Next thing, apart from stopping on the highway, make sure, another thing you should know, make sure when you are doing your model town board question in exam, do not fail to give way. Before you start your vehicle, make sure you check right side. If there is any vehicle on the right side, give that vehicle way. After giving way, you can tell the examiner to give you way. You are not supposed or you are not allowed to give way by yourself. The person who have given you the question is the person who should give you the way. If it is me, I've given you a question and there are some vehicles on the right, make sure you tell me to give you way before you proceed. Driving and failing to give way on coming vehicles from right direction will make you to fail. Make sure you give way all vehicles that are coming from the right direction. Then the last thing also you should know in theory, model town board, do not overspeed and do not assume the examiner's instructions. Sometimes if you are given a question and you are told to use the third rule, there is shortest, there is longest, and also there is parking as the last option. But examiner has told you to use the third rule. Don't use rule number one and don't use rule number two. Just go straight to the third rule. And the third rule, you know it. Use parking as the last option. That is the third rule. If it is specified by the examiner, use this rule. You must use that rule. But if it is not specified, you are just told the black car to go in front or the green car to go behind another vehicle. There you must consider the three rules. But if you are given an instruction to use which rule, you must use that rule. Even if shortest is there, longest is there, and parking is there. You rather go to the stated rule instead of considering the rules of model town board. Just like you are on a model town board or you are on the roundabout in real roads, there is traffic light signal and there is traffic police. Traffic light signal is green and the traffic police has raised his hands up, stopping you. Who are you supposed to follow? Who are you supposed to follow? Is it the traffic light signal or the traffic police? Some people will follow the traffic light signal. It is green, you have right to go. But some people also will follow the traffic police. The traffic light signal is red, is green, but traffic police has lifted up his hands, showing that he is stopping me from going. I should follow the traffic police. Reason: the traffic police must be followed, and the traffic police may have spotted a mistake or a problem with your vehicle. So you must follow the traffic police rules without failing. The same as if there is any rule provided with the examiner, just follow that rule. But if there is no any rule, follow the 3 rules. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, and also thank you for subscribing. Kindly share this video and share it with friends, families, and also any relative and anybody who is doing driving, so that we can grow our channel and we can get more views from our videos. Kindly thank you for your support. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, like the video, and share. Let's stop here. We'll proceed with our next class next time. Thank you and have a nice time.